Magic.
What's going on, beautiful people? It is Thursday, and y'all know what it is. It is Goddess Gossip. And it's your girl Jamila Dixon. I am in the building. I am so excited to be here. Like, I had a really good day, had a really beautiful day today, and I hope you all had a fantastic day. But today's topic is mental health awareness. So we are just talking about awareness for your mental health, guys, okay? So it's something that we don't talk about in our community, but it's something that we need to talk about, okay? It's something that we need to address and be open and honest with ourselves to talk about. And we have a beautiful, amazing, I have this like amazing guest today. And I would like for you to introduce yourself to the people.
Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Radisha Brown. I am a mental health therapist, wellness expert, and recent author of a new book called Girl Get Off the Couch, Stop the Hate, and Lose the Weight.
Okay. It is a pleasure to have you in the building with me today. Thank you, dear.
Thank you. I appreciate you inviting me to your show. I'm awesome. I'm excited.
Absolutely. Well, okay, guys. Y'all know how we start Goddess Gossip, right? Y'all know we start Goddess Gossip with a moment in media. Okay? So, you know, we got to talk about a little stuff that's been going on in the media world. Y'all been on Facebook posting about it. Y'all all watched it last week. Everybody tuned into the BET award show for 2019. So y'all all tuned into this. I was actually watching Brotherhood, shout out to Carton Clay. That's what I was watching when it was on, but I went and I caught all of the highlights. That's all I needed to see was the highlights. That's it. I didn't need to see the whole show. But guys, it was some like, it kind of made me wish I kind of watched it a little bit, but I'm happy that I seen what I seen, because that was what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna watch everybody. If I could hit your performance online and it was like, I was like, whatever. All right, but let me tell y'all that it was some highlights from the show. Like, Mary J. Blige got a Lifetime Achievement Award, y'all.
Yeah.
Mary J. got a Lifetime Achievement Award. So shout out to you, hunty, because you've been still doing the thing with them high boots on everything. So that's what she got. And guess what? You know how usually people perform for you? Mary J. performed herself. And she performed for about 20 minutes, y'all. So she gave like a mini show for her Lifetime Achievement Award. And she took it back. Yeah. So what's the full one? Let me go, honey. Like, she took it all the way back, y'all. And then she had, let me tell you. So she had Method Man come out. And Method Man, y'all, he is still looking like
snack. Snack.
He looking like snacks for the whole week. You hear me? Like, Method Man is looking real good. But unfortunately, ladies, he's married. He's off the market. He said he's happy, so shout out to him and his wife, because she better be loving all of that man. She bets to be loving all of that man. You hear me? Because I've had a crush on a Method Man since I was young.
Me too.
Like, I've always thought he was just like, even in the video for that song, You're All I Need, when he came, and you remember when it came up and he was sitting in the bricks, and his face looked real crazy, and it was like, what is he got going on?
Like he just got out of prison.
But he was still fine. He was still fine, y'all. Method Man is just, you know what I'm saying? He make you go like this a little bit.
Girl, I understand.
All right, so Method Man came out and performed with Mary J. That was the highlight. Then she brought Little Kim out. Yo, so she brought Kim and Method Man. Like a little throwback from like my era. You know what I'm saying? About that like 90, 95, 96. You know what I'm saying? Grew up in the 90s. It was like it was a real good moment for me. You know what I'm saying? I was in the house screaming and stuff like, yes, you better do it.
Yeah.
All right, and so shout out to Mary for her Lifetime Achievement Award. Cardi B won Album of the Year for Invasion of Privacy, and she won Best Female Hip Hop Artist. So shout out to Cardi for coming into the game and doing what you do, honey. I don't know what you're doing, but Cardi, you doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what you got going on, Cardi, but shout out to you for winning that award. And then this one was weird, and I haven't listened to the song yet, but I have to listen to the song just because. So Snoop Dogg won Best Gospel
Oh yeah.
award. That threw me off a little bit because I was like, Snoop Dogg got Best Gospel Award? Really interesting. Over Kirk Franklin? I was
Snoop doing his thing. Hey, everybody can praise Jesus.
Baffled.
Yeah.
But he won it for the song Blessing Me Again. So go and look up the song Blessing Me Again by Snoop Dogg if you haven't heard it, like myself. And listen to it, because obviously it must be a phenomenal inspirational song, because he beat Kirk Franklin, y'all, in a category that he don't even
But that's good though.
that's not even his category, but that's the right thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He make a move. Snoop does gospel. Who would have thought in 2019 that Snoop Dogg from Compton, you know what I'm saying, from South Central LA, would win Best Gospel Award? So you do the darn thing, Snoop. Okay. And then my boy Nipsey Hussle. Okay, y'all. So y'all know I love Nipsey. Okay. I love Neighborhood Nip. You know what I'm saying? I love Neighborhood Nip. So Nipsey Hussle got Best Male Hip Hop Artist Award, which is well deserved for Victory Lap. If you heard Victory Lap, you know for sure that he definitely deserved this for the other music in his category. It's just phenomenal. Like Victory Lap, you listen to Victory Lap and it makes you feel like, okay, I'm about to run this Victory Lap and I'm gonna keep it going until the marathon continues. Like we got this. Like it's just listen to the Victory Lap album by Nipsey Hussle, and he got Best Hip Hop Artist, male artist. May he rest in peace. So Nip, I know your spirit down here like, yo, this is crazy. I know you like probably going real mad crazy in the spiritual realm, you know what I'm saying? Because got him a lot of love. So he got that one. And then he got the Humanitarian Award.
Yeah, he did do that.
Because a lot of people didn't know, but Neighborhood Nip was really the Neighborhood Nip. You hear what I'm saying? Like Neighborhood Nip was out in the communities, in his community, changing the face of his community. Like the strip that he brought his store in, he said it was a restaurant there that they used to go in all the time. And, you know what I'm saying, they out in the street, hustling on the corner, whatever. So they go in the store, and the guy, it was a food store, you go get your little burgers. Like, you know, like from where I'm from, it's the local chicken store. Yeah. All right, so like your local chicken store, whatever. And the guy wouldn't let them come in because there was so many of them eating, right? So he took all of the benches and all of the tables out of the store, so that when they came in there, they had no option but to walk out, so they couldn't stand in there and hang around in there. So when Nick got his paper right and got his money right, he bought the whole strip, y'all, and then brought that store back, and then put the benches back in the store. That's Neighborhood Nip stuff. That's why Nipsey Hussle's like humanitarian. Like he had so much stuff going on. It just really would have been a blessing for us to partake in him still being able to utilize his gift in the spirit, in the physical realm, because he was so amazing. Like he has reverence. That's why everyone feels his spirit across the world. So it's just like amazing that he was doing all of this stuff. And him and his family, him and his brothers started it over some money they got out of the street. That's what you do. That's how you change your community. That's how you make a difference. Absolutely. You go in and you teach people what you learn, and you go out and you make big deals. And Nick, y'all, when he sold his first album, he sold one CD for $100. He wasn't playing. He was like, look, I need some money now. Y'all can buy these for $100.
Get that paper.
And he came up real fast, like on 10 grand. Boom. There you go, because he's sold it for $100. Like, he was a businessman. He was very smart. He was very intelligent. He was in tune to what's going on in the world, in physical, spirit. He was in tune. Like, he was really in tune. So, it's sad that he's being honored after his untimely demise, that he's being honored now, but it just had better been done. So I'm just happy that it's being done. So shout out to you. On my way in here, you see us in the car. Like, people probably wouldn't know I'm like a whole thug in the car.
We all are thugs.
I am a whole
with the music. Like,
girl. I'm a whole thug in the car.
You can't rapping like.
Ooh.
Getting it.
If people see me at the stop sign,
they're like, what's going on? They
probably be looking at me like, what is she doing? Oh my God. Like, the car, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all something about myself.
Secret time.
Secret time on Goddess Gossip. I really think I'm a rapper on the inside. I really have this internal girl that wants to rap.
I can see that.
And be like, just say stuff that has content, but it's not my gift. So I don't rap. But my favorite rappers, if you ever catch me out in the public and I'm rapping one of my favorite rapper songs, you're gonna be like, she is so lit. Let me get a Jay-Z song and have a fitted Yankee hat on. You're gonna be like, you're gonna know where I'm from, okay? Because I'm gonna have a great time. I really think I'm a rapper on the inside. You got to see me in the car rapping to Nipsey Hussle. Okay, so to end this, we're gonna talk about Tyler Perry. We're gonna talk about Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry won Icon Award. Y'all, Tyler Perry won Icon Award. I'm gonna leave that with y'all for a moment. I know a lot of people may not agree with the stuff that Tyler do or whatever. They don't like the whatever. I don't know. If you don't like it, that's your business. But I think that Tyler Perry is genius.
He is. Absolutely.
He is absolutely genius. And what he said at the BET Awards is like so profound. And I wish I would have wrote it down word for word, but I didn't. Sorry. I was trying. All right. I wish I would have wrote it down word for word. But what he said was pretty much when he came into this, everyone didn't want to work with him. They didn't want to do this with him. They didn't want to do that with him. He couldn't get a seat in Hollywood. So he said, you know what I did? I went to the south side of Atlanta, in the poorest area of Atlanta, and I bought, what he bought was a military base, guys.
Sure
it used to be a military. Tyler Perry, y'all, is y'all hearing me?
Yes.
Tyler Perry went to the south side of Atlanta and bought a military base that used to have Confederate soldiers on it that did not wanted to keep our people oppressed and down. You know, they did not like us, none of that stuff. Honey, when he got up there and said where he purchased his land at, he said to the effect of the Confederates, the state soldiers didn't want the land to have any Negroes on it. Now it's owned by one Negro. I was like, you better.
What?
You better.
Drop the mic.
So he said, while everybody was fighting for a seat at the table, I was preparing my own table down in the south side of Atlanta. And oh my gosh, what he said was so profound. I wish I really could remember to tell y'all. But go look up Tyler Perry's acceptance speech, because I really want you to get it word for word, but you will get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you understand.
Powerful.
It's very, very powerful. And when he ended it, he said, to all of you dreamers out here, just know that your dream is attached to somebody else's purpose. So go out and live your dreams, because you can do it. Like, think about it. Had he not went for his dreams, Taraji wouldn't be who she is. So and so wouldn't be who they are. So and so wouldn't be. It's so many actors and actresses that wouldn't be at the place that they are in their career had they not ran across Tyler Perry and his gift to give and his gift to make people laugh. And he just took it from his experience as a kid and the pain that he went through as a kid and the stuff that he experienced, and that's what he made into his gift. So guys, use your gifts and take your gift and make it what you want, because there's no limit to what you can do. So just go out and use your gift. That's kind of what he said. He said, y'all, if y'all dream of somebody else's purpose is attached to your dream.
Do it.
Go do it.
Yes. Go
do it. So that was kind of a long moment in media, but it was a lot going. It was a lot going on at the BET Awards, and I wanted to share with y'all the stuff that highlighted out to me. So we're gonna get into our topic tonight, and I'm excited about this topic because it's something that I see growing. People are more interested in it, and people are paying closer attention to it, and I'm so happy and so thankful that the people in our community are paying attention to this, because it's so much stuff that we can prevent if we just do this work and take care of this part of our health. So today's topic is mental health awareness. So we're going to talk about mental health awareness, and we're going to talk about it in our communities, your community, their community, everybody's community.
Absolutely.
Because it's everywhere that you go, wherever you see a human being, they have mental health, period. And they have to deal with it, and they have to maintain it, and they have to keep it balanced. And I have Dr. Radisha Brown in the building with
Hey
me,
y'all, I am happy to be here.
Yes, and I'm so happy for her to be here. So for y'all just tuning in, you know what I'm saying? Just tuning in, I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself to the people again.
Hey everybody, I'm so glad to be on the Goddess Gossip today. We're going to be talking about a subject that I'm very, very passionate about, but my name is Dr. Radisha Brown. I am a licensed mental health therapist, wellness expert, and Amazon's newest best-selling author of my book, Girl, Get Off the Couch, Stop the Self-Hate, and Lose the Weight.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. She got some stuff going on.
I got a couple of things going on by the people.
It sounds like she had a lot of black girl magic.
A little magic, a little sprinkle.
You sprinkling it. Keep on sprinkle. Keep sprinkling it, honey. Keep on sprinkling it. So tonight, I have some really good questions for Dr. Radisha Brown.
Yes.
And we're gonna get into it, and we're gonna enlighten you guys, and we're gonna give y'all some good information. Mm-hmm. So get your pens and your pens out, and take you some good notes. Now I'm gonna give y'all a number to call in. So if you have a question, if you want to call in and you want to chime in and you want to be a part of this Goddess Gossip, tune in. Dial in at 706-955-4802. Again, that is 706-955-4802.
Okay.
And call us and talk. We talking mental health awareness.
Call me.
Call us. All right. So my first question for you, Dr. Radisha Brown, is... Can I call you Dr. Radisha?
You can call me anything, girl.
Okay, I think I'm gonna call you Dr. Radisha.
Okay.
That sounds real good. I like how it sounds.
All right, let's go.
I like how it sounds. I want you to own that doctor, okay?
Girl.
So I like that. I like how that sounds. Okay,
all right.
So Dr. Radisha, what is mental health?
Mental health is, simply put, how we think, how we feel, and how we act. Okay. Just a simple definition. We overcomplicate it with other things, but as a profession, how we look at mental health and mental health awareness is changes in how we think, how we feel, and then our actions based on those things.
Okay.
So when we're working with clients and determining to what facet their thoughts are changed, their behavior is changed, their activities are changed, that's how we determine the extent of their illness. And you said something really important in the beginning. You said everybody's affected by mental health.
Everybody. Because I think people have this thought, this mindset of, if I admit that I have a mental health illness, or if I admit that I have a personality disorder, something's wrong with me.
Yes.
And no, nothing's wrong with you. We're all human beings, and we're like freaking computers, and that may just be like a virus that you have. Like, why did I just come up with that? But, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's something that goes on, and it's something that you can correct. It's something that you can fix.
Absolutely.
And you just have to do a little bit of work. Yes,
and we all have stress in our life. We all have issues with some relationships. We all experience negative people. And mental health is just how we process that. How we process life. And we're all affected.
I like that. Mental health is how you process life.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
Simple.
Very simple.
That is very simple. So how are you processing your life?
That's the question. And to the extent of it impacting your ability to function, your ability to form relationships, your ability to do the things that you normally do, that's when you start asking yourself, hey, do I need to seek out help? And there's no shame in it.
None.
But unfortunately, in our community, there's a stigma attached to it. Like, something's really wrong with me that I can't just go and pray about. You know, I like to say self-care includes prayer and getting yourself to a therapist.
Okay. Self-care includes prayer and getting yourself to a therapist. Right. Like, I believe that if you are in that place, that would be the most efficient thing to do, a part of your self-care, because your mind is so powerful, guys. And it is more powerful than you probably actually know, because you don't use probably a fifth of it or whatever.
We use a very small percentage of our brain.
Of our brain. So I could only imagine if you don't take care of yourself mentally and spiritually and emotionally and all of that to be able to have mental balance, what it would throw off.
Everything.
I could only imagine. So make sure that you are processing life right. And if you're not processing life right, self-care, what you said, equals self-care equals finding a therapist and what?
Self-care is praying, and finding a therapist.
And
the important piece to this is there is no exclusion to mental health.
None.
You know, there's no, hey, I live in this house, I'm not affected. Hey, I have this degree, I'm not affected. I'm a licensed therapist, and I talk about in my book how I struggled with depression. Mm-hmm. And I had to get a therapist to help me process those things, to help me process the trauma, some childhood trauma that I was carrying, heavy weight on my back that affected everything, how I saw myself, how I felt, how I ate. It affected my health. It affected every aspect of my life. And until I was ready to deal with that trauma, to deal with that emotional pain and that baggage that I've been carrying around for so many years, I wasn't able to find balance. Balance in my life, balance in my mind, balance in my spirit, and mental balance. And so I openly talk about my story because I'm often asked, what does it look like? What does a person look like that's suffering? What do they look like?
It doesn't have a look.
Yeah, I say
it is everybody.
Go in the mirror, and that's what mental health looks like. It looks like all of us, and it didn't care that I'm a licensed therapist and I enjoy what I do and working with women, helping them to unload their baggage. It didn't care. I mean, it was how I responded to some really traumatic things that happened in my life that I needed to get plugged in with a professional therapist. And I prayed every day and I went to church every Sunday, but I needed professional help. And that's what I like to talk to in churches when I go and speak to churches about. There's nothing more important than your mental health. Nothing. In the most important relationship we're ever going to have in our entire life, outside of the relationship we have with God, is the one we have with ourselves, because it affects how you build relationships with other people. It affects who you choose to have a part of your life. It affects the jobs you choose. It affects whether or not you go after that promotion, open that business, go to school. Every aspect of our life is affected by our mind. It controls everything. And I like to say, change your mind and you change your life.
And that is a whole entire absolute fact. And I will definitely, I am in total agreement, because you can feel one way and know that you have the power to change your mind and think about something else. And even if you change your mind for 2 minutes, 2 minutes, just change your mind for 2 minutes and think about something totally different. You can shift what you were thinking about and your energy just that fast.
Yes.
And for me, I don't personally go to a therapist, but I have people that I can call when I'm having those moments. And they bring so much like, okay. Like last week, I just had a rough week. I don't know, girl, I was feeling some type of way. I have no idea. I was just like, I just wanted to cry. I wanted to complain. I wanted to do all of that. So I called my brother and I tell him that I'm going through it, and he goes, so what's going on? So I spill it all out, and then he on the phone and he go, oh, that's it.
He's like, that's what you cried about?
When he said, oh, that's it, I was like, oh. And in that very moment, it made it so small, because he made it smaller than I made it in the very moment. Oh, you'll be fine. You've been through way more than that. You're just fine. What are you worried about? Da-da-da-da-da. And after he said that to me, it shifted my energy, and I got myself together, and I went and did what I had to do. And I had a fantastic week. And I feel absolutely amazing today. And that was just like Wednesday? Yeah. But see, you have the power to shift it. That's what she said. And use your power. Do not give your power away to other people. Do you hear me?
And power is so important.
Your power is very important. Do not give your power away to other people, because then they have control over the situation and you don't have control. And you want to maintain control over the situations that affect your life, okay? Do not give your power away. I need to do I could preach like a whole sermon, like a whole preacher right here on power. Absolutely. Don't give it away. Do not give it away. So, into my next question, how would one identify if they are in need of a mental health checkup or evaluation? Like if you be sitting and you be like, oh, okay, and you just thinking, how we know when we need to go and be like, listen, when we need to go pray, when we need to go do self-care and pray and get therapy. Yeah. How do we know how to identify that?
I think everybody needs a mental health checkup. I think just like you go and do an annual physical examination with your doctor, a part of that should be a annual checkup with your therapist, because your mindset can change over time. You might be completely fine today, and tomorrow something traumatic could happen and it could affect the rest of not only your week, the month, the year, the next year. So having I like to say, a therapist on standby for those check-ins, it helps you transition when you have those life events and that we all experience. We lose people, we in relationships begin, we start jobs, jobs. All of the different facets of life, we need somebody that's objective to help you process that in a neutral way. I mean, it's great you talk about your brother, but a lot of people don't have someone that they can trust with their deepest, darkest secrets of their life. And I like to say, one of the most funny stories I had is my nephew. He asked me, he was asking, Auntie, what do you do for a living? And I was like, well, it's kind of like I'm a secret keeper. I keep people's secrets, and I help them process those secrets and talk about those secrets and understand those secrets. And he said, oh, it's just like my best friend. I tell him all my secrets. And I said, well, only difference between me and your best friend is I'm legally required to keep it a secret. Your best friend is not. And that's how I like to explain why you should see a professional, is because sometimes you tell the wrong person and the issue gets bigger. And I've had clients that have been traumatically hurt in churches because they confided in one person in the church that they truly trusted to help them process and to pray with them. And then next thing you know, everybody in the church know their business. But those are bad incidents. I mean, it's great you have your brother, and a lot of people have people, man. But you want somebody that's legally required to keep your secrets.
Honey, I like how you broke that down to your nephew, because I like that. And you know what? I think I do the very same thing. I promise you, girl. People come to me and tell me the most intimate stuff about themselves, and I'll be like, how do they know that they could even tell me?
Exactly.
But I have this certain energy and aura about me that when people come around, they just feel at home and at peace, and they can say what they want and feel and do as they want. And people tell y'all, I'm a secret keeper. Because if I told some people secrets, they'd be mad at me, honey. And I'm talking about from the East Coast to the West Coast to everywhere. I got secrets. Because people, honey, they just sit and talk to me and tell me, and I just go,
you're like, oh, okay. And you know, the thing that amazes me about people and working with primarily women is there's just no way to tell from somebody's look. They might look completely professional and all put together, and the things they carrying in their life,
it'd be a mess on the inside.
It'd be a mess on the inside. And I was the poster child for that. Out here I am a professional helping other people, and it was a mess on the inside. I was overweight, I was in pain all the time, my back hurt, my side hurt, I had gained 80 plus pounds, and trying to figure out and navigate how to get rid of the weight, how to feel better, how to love myself again. And it was a journey. It was a journey. And so that's why I wrote the book, but so that people really can understand there's no face to this, and there's no address, there's no zip code, there's no professions that's excluded. You know, there was no shortcut for me because I'm a therapist and I know how to process. No, I had to get my butt to a professional to help me process.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, y'all. So
we get deep, y'all.
Yeah. My next question is, why do you think, well, we kind of end. Well, no, let's talk about it a little bit. Why do you think there is such a stigma attached to the mental illnesses within the Black community?
Oh, I think it goes back to our history. It's deeply rooted in our history in terms of how we historically handled problems. Okay. We were told, you keep it in the family. You don't tell other people.
What goes on in this house
stays in this house.
Stay in this house. You hear me?
We were only allowed to talk to the pastor. You know, you were only able to tell the pastor your issues, and so we're conflicted. We're going through all of this trauma and stress and anxiety and depression, and then we're told, you can't talk about it, can't talk about it, can't talk about it. And it's not an our problem, especially with Black women. We're too strong to have a mental illness. We're too strong to deal with depression because we're superheroes. Somehow we are immune to mental illness.
That's called the Superwoman syndrome. We talked about that. We talked about that before. Listen,
yes, and it's killing us. It's
take your cape off, fold it up, put it in the closet, and leave it in there for some time, and go sit down and do something else.
And ask for help.
Listen.
Ask for help.
Ask for help.
Yes.
That will help you. But I know that is very key to be able to ask for help when you need it. Because I am very prideful, and I do not like asking for help. Because I give so freely of myself that I don't want nobody else to say no to me subconsciously, because it's like, yo, if this is me doing this for you, you know, I would definitely do it and be there and make sure it get done and done the right way. So I'm very prideful, but I have learned how to ask for help, and I know who to ask for help. It's really good that she said that. Ladies, make sure you ask for help. And fellas, make sure you ask for help. It is okay. You do not have to be Superman all the time. You do not have to wear the S on your chest. You do not have to act hard all the time. You do not have to act like you have it all together, because it's okay. You're a human being and you have emotions, and it's okay to be connected to those emotions. They do not make you inhumane. They make you human,
or soft,
or punk. No. And so it's something else within our community that we have to stop, is that when you see your son crying, don't cry. Or call him, why you acting like a little girl, or stuff like that. Don't do that to him, because then you're shutting down his emotions, and you're telling him that when he feels the feeling that he feels inside, to disregard it because he can't express the emotion. And that's not what you need to do. We can't stifle their emotions. We need to let them be free and be who they are, because that's just a human experience. And you can't say that he can't do that because he's a male. And I see it, and it's just like, okay, let him own it. Let him if he want to cry, let him cry. You may not let him cry for too long now. You ain't about to cry for 5 years now. But if you need to cry and get this little cry out, be done. But if you cry in 10 minutes, look, son, we gotta talk. But let them cry. Let them express their emotions. Let them express and own their emotions. That's something else that I see that we do, and I want to make sure that we acknowledge that and correct that. Let them express themselves.
Yes, that's really important.
Okay, so what causes depression? What do you think? What causes depression?
I get asked that question very, very often. Like, what's the one thing that causes depression and anxiety? And in fact, depression is the #1 cause of disability worldwide across the board. Depression is, and followed by anxiety.
I can believe that.
Yeah. So there's a couple of general areas we contribute to depression. One is traumatic events, traumatic experiences. Basically, traumatic experiences are just distressing experiences that you've had, and what's distressing to me may not be distressing to you. So it's really at an individual level. 2, physical conditions. So we know certain physical conditions such as post-traumatic stress disorder. And I think we want to talk about that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
There is a likelihood of depression. Side effects to medication, and we don't spend a lot of time talking about side effects to medication, but we know certain medications, you know, you have the long warning signs when you're taking prescription medication.
With the lady running through the sunflowers. I told y'all like 2 weeks ago, the lady be running through the sunflowers and it's telling you that you're going to die if you take it. And your tongue may swell while you sleep. It's telling you that your life is about to end.
Yeah. And one of the things they slip in there is depression.
Right.
You know,
like,
one of the things that they slip in.
Okay, all right, thanks.
Certain medications, and so we know certain medications cause depression. High diets that are high in sugar. So if you're eating in sugar, so you think about, and I like to say sugar is our enemy, but if you're drinking and eating a diet high in sugar, you are very likely to have depression, and it's just completely related to your diet.
You know what?
Yes.
That makes absolute, complete, total sense. And the crazy part is that it is highly in our communities because we don't have access to the fresh food and the whole foods and the good stuff. And a lot of people in the inner cities can't afford to live and eat well, so they eat a lot of processed stuff. A whole bunch of sugars in it, and then they become obese, and then with the obesity comes depression.
It's a cycle.
It's a whole big cycle that they put you in. So that was very key that she said that. So guys, be careful what you put in your mouth, because it can be life or death for you. I tell people that people commit suicide with a fork every day. Every day.
It's funny you said that, because I have a social media post, and I have a fork, and I said this tool can save your life.
All the
save
time.
Your life.
Yes. The fork can save your life, guys. So watch your food. Watch your food. Watch what you let your kids eat. And y'all, okay, so little story. My daughter went out with her teacher from school for the school year, the lady that worked at her after school program, and she took her out. And she took her out to like the Augusta flea market and bought her like 2 fried Oreos. But my kid didn't know that they were 2 fried Oreos. So she thought it was funnel cake, because she doesn't really eat that kind of stuff, because we don't eat a lot of sugar. So she ate it. And then she said when she went back to the lady's house, she gave her a honey bun with icing on top of it.
Oh, wow.
And she said, so mommy, I was like really, really high. And I'm like, what do you mean you were high? And she's like, Mom, I don't know, but I felt some type of way. And I know that it's not a normal feeling. And I don't eat that much sugar. So when she told me that was the icing from the Oreo, I was like, what? And I was just like, oh my gosh. She said I was blacking out. I was going in and out. She was like, it was crazy. Sugar is a drug.
Sugar absolutely is.
Sugar is the main drug in America. Sugar is
the most abused drug in America. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
And in fact, sugar is 8 times more addictive than cocaine. I want you to think about that. 8 times more addictive than cocaine.
That's why I'm having a hard time sometimes with the little bit of stuff that I be like, oh, I just want it.
And you go through withdrawal symptoms.
And I don't eat it. I try not to eat a whole bunch of crap. But sometimes it's just like, man, listen, I just want this and I want to eat it now. And it's the sugar that you're addicted to, guys, not the taste of it. It's the sugar.
It is the sugar.
And for you people out there, listeners, listen to me. If you are out there and you waking up and you drinking soda when you wake up,
that's the worst
if
thing
you
to do.
eating a honey bun when you wake up, and if you eating McDonald's when you wake up,
or better yet, if you're eating breakfast cereal, that is pure, unadulterated sugar.
All of that stuff.
Yes, nothing but sugar.
Don't do that to your body when you wake it up. Because when you wake up, they call it breakfast because you are breaking a fast.
That is correct.
Make sure that you give it the right thing when you break your fast.
Yes.
You can do water. You can do water with lemon. You can do all kind of cool little stuff. There's so many things that you can do to kickstart your system in the morning. So that's what you should do in the morning. Break your fast the right way. I'm working on it. I usually, it is hard for me sometimes because I eat if I scheduled my food, the times that I ate, I would do much better. I gotta do better with scheduling when I eat, because I'm just real sporadic and random, and I'll eat whatever I want to eat. But I don't eat bad stuff. Like yesterday, I ate humanitarian, and that was the only thing that I ate yesterday. But it was great. It was delicious. It was so good.
I love humanitarian.
Jordan.
That's for my book launches.
Yes.
Humanitarian. I love that place.
305 8th Street, Augusta, Georgia. I use the address all the time. So yes, check her out. Saturday, June 29th.
Yes.
All right. So, how can I tell if somebody it doesn't have a face? We're not going to ask that question.
Yes.
Because it doesn't have a face. We all have it. That's a rhetorical question. Okay. How can I speak to and help someone with a mental health problem like depression or anxiety?
That's a great question, because we all have loved ones that are affected by mental health. And in fact, sometimes the hardest position to be in is to love somebody that's dealing with a mental illness, especially if they don't believe they have a mental illness.
Right.
So one of the important pieces is to be supportive and not judgmental.
Okay.
The worst thing you can do is to start criticizing them. You're not doing this, you're not doing that, you're not taking it seriously, saying you're crazy. That's like the worst thing to tell somebody that's dealing with a mental illness, because they're already feeling out of sorts within their own body. And then to have someone externally call them crazy, which is not a medical diagnosis. Let me just say, there's no diagnosis for crazy. That's just societal words. But to have somebody say that to you and you're dealing with an illness, it further takes them away from treatment. It's that much harder to get them to treatment. So one, being supportive, being available, like your brother was available to you, and then encouraging them to get help, to get resources. And let me say a couple more things about that. One of the misconceptions out there that I don't have insurance, I can't get help. People always say, well, I don't have insurance, or I don't have the right insurance, I can't get help. If you're in a crisis and you're having thoughts of suicide, you go to the nearest emergency room. It does not matter if you have insurance or not. The state will cover your care, because it's just like if you were having a heart attack, you wouldn't be at home saying, oh, I don't quite know if I have insurance or not. It is the same situation. It's a crisis of the mind. So if you're having thoughts of hurting yourself, or you've attempted to hurt yourself, I need you to go to the nearest emergency room. I spent the last 5 years working in the emergency room here and seeing patients that have come in through the ER that either have attempted to commit suicide, had thoughts of committing suicide, or had a plan of committing suicide.
Okay.
So if you have a friend or a loved one and they tell you, I want to kill myself, I'm planning to leave this earth, the worst thing you can do is minimize and say, oh, well, your life is not that bad. Don't ever say your life is not that bad. Or other people have bigger problems than you. No, I need you to get them plugged in to the nearest emergency room, even if the person is out of state. It was interesting. About a month ago, I had a patient come in to the emergency room. The police department brought her in. She had posted on Facebook that she was wanting to kill herself. And a Facebook friend in another state contacted the local sheriff's department. And what they do is wellness checks. So they will go, if they have a report that, hey, I'm concerned about so-and-so because I haven't been able to reach them. Or in her case, she had posted that she was planning on killing herself. The police show up and they escort you to the emergency room.
Good information.
Yeah. So get to the nearest emergency room.
Great, that's great information. And I just had a whole aha moment by listening to you. And I have to go and correct some of my behavior with one of my loved ones. I have to go, and I'm going to correct it right after this show. Good. I'm going to correct how I've been responding to the issues. And I just realized, and listening to you, but I've been doing all of those things, but how I wanted to do it. And so I have to take myself out of it. And I have to just acknowledge her for what it is that she's going through, without taking how I would fix it and how I would do it, and not being, I guess, judgmental. And then maybe she'll be able to receive me better.
Exactly.
So I Just had a
Good
whole-
job. Good job.
See?
Good job.
I be trying to work on myself
Immediately.
immediately.
We all are on a journey.
You hear me?
We on a journey.
Immediately when I hear stuff and I process it and it makes sense to me.
I saw you thinking.
I was thinking over here. I was having a whole moment about, okay, I need to correct some of my behavior because I was doing the things that you said, but I was doing it my way. And I can't be of help if I do it my way. So see how we just have conversations for the nation. We got to gossip.
Oh, that's good. Conversations for the nation.
That's the hashtag for my show.
Yes.
Hashtag conversations for the nation.
Yes.
It's Goddess Gossip, baby. Yes, that's what we do. That was a really good moment. Great, Jim. Thank you for that. Oh my gosh, I know that I'm not the only person that just had an aha moment.
A lot of people
because a lot of people do, and you just have to be real. But you do, in order to acknowledge what she said, I had to be real with myself just now. I had to be very real with myself because I had to. I'm really correcting my own behavior.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
Be accountable. That's the number one word on Goddess Gossip is be accountable.
Yes.
Because accountability is everything in life because then it allows you to move forward because you're accountable for what you did and you learned the lesson.
And the good thing is, like you said, you learn. Learning is over time, you know? Yes. We learn, we develop, we expand. And that's the great thing about our minds and our mindsets. We can change over time just because you don't have the tools in the beginning. And that's what therapy does. It helps you with the tools.
Yes.
Helps you to develop the right tools.
Right. Like I read a book and it was, I forgot what chapter, but by Ryan Zukov, Seed of the Soul. And in the book he states that this is a sidebar, but in a book that he states that when you have anxiety, when you have an anxiety attack, it's your body losing its power. So what you have to do is go and fuel yourself up mentally, like mentally to fuel you up so that you can regain your power because anxiety is your power depleting from your body. And when he
That's a good description. That's a good description. And when he talks about refueling your body, one of the things I like to encourage people to do every day is affirmations. Affirmations are just positive statements, and the goal is to fill up your tank. Fill up your tank because certainly just living life, there's going to be depletions. There's going to be a negative experience. There's going to be a frustration at work. There's going to be frustration with your kids, with your spouse, with whoever, with the car that's tried to cut you off on the highway. You need to have gas in your tank to get down the highway.
Because you can't pull from an empty cup.
You can't pull from an empty cup.
So,
there it is.
Yeah, affirmations. Affirmations are good. It's just you speaking life over yourself.
That's what it is.
Speak life over yourself. I have affirmations. I have affirmations on my mirror in my bathroom.
What are some of your affirmations?
Oh my gosh. No matter what obstacle come across my path today, I overcome it with renewed inner strength.
Oh wow, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I am a big fan of I am affirmations, and my favorite one is I am enough. Because so often we feel inadequate. We feel like we need something else, or we need to change who we are. We need to change our hair. We need to change our weight. We need to change our skin color. We need to change for me because I'm only 5 inches, 5 foot. I always felt I needed to be taller. But just stating to yourself, I am enough. I am enough in the image, in the way that God created me. And I am enough to live this life and to be on the journey that is planned for me.
Right.
Powerful. I am enough. I say that to myself every day. I'm enough.
I am enough.
I'm enough.
So, guys, get your affirmation. You can make up your own affirmation.
Yeah.
Sit down with yourself and think about what it is that you want to speak over yourself daily. And it can make it as personal as you want because this is personal. This is something for you. So make your affirmation because I have affirmations. I am bold. I am wise. I am free. I am confident. You hear me?
Yes.
No obstacle that comes across my nothing.
I like that one.
Yes,
I like that one.
I am the shift. You hear me? And guys, I have a group on Facebook. It is called I Am the Shift, and I'm the Shift is a personal development group, and you can go and we read books together, and we go live and we talk about it. And it's just cool because you get to read a book and have open dialogue with other people and get their perspective of what it is that they receive, because everyone don't receive the same information.
Everybody's experience is different.
So it's really cool, and that's a great group. So I am the Shift on Facebook. You can check me out, and I'll help you with some personal development.
Yes.
Personality disorders. What is a personality disorder? I just recently learned about this, and I realized that I've been dealing with a lot of people that have personality disorders. I was like, oh, that's what's wrong with him? He's a narcissist. Oh, okay. Makes sense. Yeah, so what is a personality disorder?
Well, personality disorders is a form of mental illness, but it's disruption in your ability to your thoughts, your process. But unlike a mood disorder like depression or anxiety, where it can change over time, a personality, we like to say, is who you are. Who you are. We can provide coping mechanisms. We can provide treatments to help diminish the symptoms. But your personality is your personality is your personality.
It's who you are.
It's who you are.
So, if there's certain things about you that you just be like, man, I don't know. Do some self-care, right?
Yeah.
And go pray, and then seek out a therapist, okay? Because it's a lot of people that do have personality. No, seriously, it's a lot of people that do have personality disorders, and they don't know what it is. They have never identified with it. They don't know why they react this way, or they don't know why they do this. And they may tell you, like, I don't know why I did that. Like, they just don't know, but it's a part of who they are. And when you love them, you just have to embrace them for who they are and help them through it and cope them through it and encourage them and be understanding that that is just their personality and that's who you chose to deal with.
That's just who they are.
It's just who you are, man. But some of y'all got personality disorders. I promise you. Go look it up and read up and see what they are and see if you find a description of yourself. I'm just saying. All right, so what is post-traumatic stress disorder? And I know a lot of people have PTSD, and I think that people have a misconception of what PTSD is because they probably just think like military people have it from going to war or stuff like that. When it's like you can really go through something dramatic in your life that happens every day and have post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yes, and post-traumatic stress disorder is exactly what it says. Post meaning after, stress, and which causes a disorder. So you have experienced a distressing situation and your body has gone into the fight or flight state, and you're in a constant awareness and constantly being reminded of that experience. And that experience could be something rape, it could be divorce, it could be going to war, it could be a car accident, it could be a multitude of things, and it's really based on the individual. There's no one size fits all with post-traumatic stress disorder. What I may experience that may not be distressing, you could experience, and that could have been very distressing. Like, for example, two kids both raised in the same house, the parents get divorced. One child is unaffected, and the other child experiences PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder symptoms. So there's no one size fits all with post-traumatic stress disorder, but it is essentially where you're in a state of awareness, of alertness, constantly being reminded of that traumatic event. And you could experience the symptoms such as nightmares, flashbacks, anxiety, heart palpitations. It affects. It's a very serious thing, and sometimes like people minimize it, like it's just everybody got a little PTSD. No, it's a very real thing, and it affects your entire life. It affects your ability to go to large arenas. It affects your ability to be in crowds. Every aspect of your life, and so therapy is a big help with that. There's also some drug therapies that help reduce the symptoms, and you basically have to retrain your brain
Okay, so what do you personally, if someone came to you with PTSD, what would you advise them to do? Like, what are other options that they have outside of taking
medication?
Nutrition
is by far the most underutilized tool in the toolbox for healing and managing mental illness.
Okay.
Nutrition. So for PTSD, for example, there's studies out there that show the benefits of taking high doses of fish oil supplements to help reduce the symptoms of PTSD.
Okay.
Exercise. So basically finding ways to release that stress.
Okay.
Meditation and yoga are huge. So meditation is just a moment to center, define mind, body, spirit balance. All of these things are non-drug therapy or natural ways in which to manage symptoms.
Okay.
All right,
y'all. So yes, that is very key, and I'm happy that she gave y'all some few options outside of that. But I just wanted to let y'all know that Jamila sells CBD oil, right?
Right. It
So
is.
Jamila sells CBD oil. You can go to www.cbdj.com and get you some CBD oil. But for people that suffer with post-traumatic stress disorder, listen, y'all, ain't nothing wrong with partaking of the cannabis plant. I'm talking about the whole plant, okay? I ain't talking about just taking CBD oil. I'm talking about ain't nothing wrong with you rolling up a spliff, a blunt, whatever you call it, and taking it because it is activating your endocannabinoid system. It is bringing absolute peace, balance, namaste, all that good stuff to go on inside, okay? And I had to let y'all know that because DJ Swag was like, hold up, but wait, what about cannabis? We cannot forget about the cannabis. Cannabis definitely helps with PTSD.
There is studies that show the benefits.
Yes. I had a guy actually tell me that's what the doctor told him to do. He was like, look, I don't know what else to prescribe for you. Man, just go smoke some weed, man. I don't even know what to say. Just go smoke some weed. So, the doctors know, they know. And for anybody out there, if you can partake of the cannabis plant, it ain't going to affect your life personally, partake of the plant. And if not, hit me up. I got CBD oil for you, and I got it THC free too, so you can get it and not have to, mess up on them drug tests. I got it for you, CBDJ.
Don't mess up on no drug tests.
Nah,
because it is still illegal in Georgia.
Yes. The whole plant ain't legal now. The part that they tested you for, that ain't legal. So kinda, we gonna come to a close, y'all. But thank you so much.
Thank you,
Dr. Radisha
in the house.
Dr. Radisha in the house.
Guys,
she was really, really good. She gave us a lot of pointers. So guys, just know that mental health does not have a look.
No,
it does not have a look. It is everybody. Any and everybody has to make sure that they are taking care of themselves mentally. Yes. And there's nothing wrong with admitting if you're having thoughts that are not normal or likely of you. As she stated, you can go to your local emergency room, and they will not turn you away if you are telling them that you are having thoughts of suicide, because that is a moment of crisis mentally. So go out. It's not a fact if you have insurance or not. Go out and get yourself checked out if that's something that you're seeking or you are in need of. Yes. Make sure y'all not partaking a whole bunch of sugar. Sugar is affecting your mood. Yes. It is affecting your mood. Sugar is the number highly used drug in America. Make sure you are not partaking of that sugar, and just make sure that you mind, body, and soul, making yourself balanced. So I just want you to share again what you got going on, how the people can follow you, let the people know how they can get this new book and check you out.
Well, thank you. I sure appreciate you and bringing awareness to mental health and having a discussion, because I love talking about it. I'm passionate. But again, I'm Dr. Radisha Brown. You can find me on social media at Dr. Radisha Brown. You can check out my new book, Girl Get Off the Couch, Stop the Self-Hate and Lose the Weight, on Amazon.com. It is currently #1 in alternative medicine category, which I'm really excited about.
Cool. Congratulations.
Thanks. It's been a labor of love or pain. Or you can check me out this Saturday over at Humana Tree House from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. I will be doing my book signing. We'll be having some giveaway items. We'll be doing some love and all that good stuff. So follow me. Hit me up.
All right, y'all. So thank you, Dr. Radisha. That's how I said I was saying. Thank you, Dr. Radisha. I greatly appreciate your presence, your energy, your expertise, your professionalism. I thank you I appreciate you. But guys, y'all know what it is. This is Jamila Dukes at Goddess Gossip. Follow us on Instagram at Goddess Gossip 1. I'm going to get on my stuff with Instagram. I'm going to start my YouTube channel, y'all. It's going to be on and popping. I'm going to get Goddess Gossip everywhere for y'all because y'all need this, okay? So tune in. We're not gonna be here next Thursday because I think is that the 4th of July?
Yeah, it is the 4th of July.
Oh my God, that fast. So next Thursday is the 4th of July. So we ain't gonna be in the building, but tune in around here, radio. You know what I'm saying? It's your girl Jamila Dukes with Goddess Gossip, and you know how we do, y'all. We have conversations
all day
for
long.
the nation.
Goddess Gossip.
All right, Goddess Gossip.
Oh, that was good. That was good. That was great. Thank you. This was awesome.
Another interview. That was good. I think we gave them some really good tools and jewels for them to be able to take in. We gave y'all some good stuff tonight. And I learned some new good stuff and had a whole aha moment.
I could see you were like, oh man. So that's
I
cool.
realized, like, as you were saying that, I realized what I've been doing to a certain person in my life.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no.
Good.
Yeah, you know, like, oh no, I didn't mean to do that.
No, it's okay. You learn.
So I'm happy that it was meant for us to have this conversation
Absolutely.
because we had this conversation for the nation, not just for me, but for y'all too.
Little magic here going on.
Black girl magic. You know that's how we do. Love y'all. Next week. Oh, no, 2 weeks. See me in 2 weeks. I got y'all in 2 weeks.